The changes brought on by the pandemic has been challenging for all. The isolation we faced at the height of the pandemic isn't as prevalent anymore, but its effects are still present among students. One effect to mention, mental health.
I've always struggled with mental health. It's always been something that's been very difficult for me ever since I was like really little. And so not having the right diagnoses, but also having that setback of depression and not being able to do anything about it. It was really hard for me to get back out of that mindset and get myself to like do things in life, I guess, and like be motivated. That was something that I really struggled with, was my motivation.
There's a long list of reasons as to why students are struggling mentally, but there's one to consider, and that is the many changes that they have faced in their academic setting. From going virtually at the beginning of the pandemic to going back to in person, as many schools are offering in-person courses during the fall of 2021. This was something that, although many students said they missed it, has been overwhelming for some.
I mean, we were not expecting to like transition that fast, you know? Like whenever we transitioned to Zoom and Canvas, professors were like, oh, like be patient with me. And then whenever we transitioned back to person, they became so strict. And I'm like, not everyone's gonna be able to transition and adapt so quick to those minor like things that they have never done, you know?
According to a study conducted by scientists in the International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health, nearly 1/3 of students reported that their mental health worsened since COVID-19. The studies found that 22% of respondents felt more anxious, while 25% felt more depressed. 18% have also felt an increase in stress.
Definitely one of the big ones is a lot of social anxiety, and especially increased social anxiety. When you think about the fact that people maybe had to isolate themselves and have very limited contact with people for a year, year and a half, sometimes longer, depending on where they live and what's going on around them, it makes it really, really challenging to go back out into society and feel comfortable.
People now are more aware of issues related to mental health, however. Prior to the pandemic, mental health wasn't a common conversation topic. But for many, they feel as if the times have changed for the better.
The people who were invalidating other people's experiences, other people's feelings, they can't anymore because they're experiencing it. They're feeling the depression and the anxiety and the loneliness and the PTSD from the pandemic and all the issues that it's caused for everyone.
With the newfound awareness, the demand for mental health resources is at an all-time high. Many psychiatrists around the nation are overbooked, and university counseling have a hard time meeting the demand to treat students.
I feel like there should be way more mental health resources. Just in general, I feel like there should be more of a variety, because now people are realizing like it's okay to talk to someone and it's okay to lean on someone for that guidance. And now that people are realizing that, there's such a high demand, and I definitely feel like there should be more resources.
There are still resources available for those in need.
One of the good things about the pandemic is it's kind of opened up the platforms that we use for therapy. Like there's BetterHelp, where it's like virtual therapy, where you kind of pay a subscription and then you have somebody available if you need to, like maybe work via email or text or call, video. That's another thing that you can do, even though your preference might be like seeing someone in person, but there's no one available right now.
Even with the adaptations go through to provide suitable services, the issue of having enough resources still remains. Apart from that, it has been a hard semester for many students. With finals here concluding our semester, students can at least look forward to a breath of fresh air away from the stress. From NC Daily News, my name is Andres Zayas.